Okay, Jason, just let me go over the playtest Vassal stuff. So I'll just go through this real quick, and maybe just seeing it visually will help because it's really easy. But trying to explain Vassal sometimes can be more confusing than anything. So anyway, the file that I sent you earlier that it doesn't play in playtest 2.0, that's the actual game itself in Vassal. So hopefully you have Vassal on your desktop over here. And so you just double click that, and then Vassal should pop up in this type of window here, and you can see all the games that I have loaded into it already. So I think um, if you just go to File, Open Module, and then you go to then you click on to the a distant plane one, distant plane 2.0, and you open it up that way. It'll get it into your system, and it'll look something like let me see here. It should look something like this where it pops up like this. So that's just kind of to get it into your system. I don't know. You might be able to just open up the game file I give you and do it that way. But sometimes when I've tried to open up a game file, it doesn't know that it's in the system. So maybe try the Distant Plane Playtest 2.0. Just go to File and open up Module, then open that up, and that way then it's in your system. So when I actually send you the file, which will be a Distant Plane 001, you're going to be the first faction to go in our game. So you just when you download it, just download it to wherever you need to, then double click it, and usually it takes a few seconds for it to pop up. Um, and then the game should pop up like this. So then you get the game, and all the pieces should be there. The cards and stuff are over on the side, and stuff like that. So the first thing you do when you get a log file is you go to the blue arrow and you just click, and you can see all the moves that I've made. Right over here, you can see exactly everything I've done. So it charts every move I've made. Every time I move a card or move a piece around, it charts it on here as well. So when you've clicked the blue arrow as far as you can, it'll ask you start a new log file. You'll hit yes, and then when you type yours up, you do a distant plane .002, and then that'll be your file. Then you just hit save, and then once you've done that, then you go ahead and take your turn. You're the first one up, and then you would move your marker to wherever event or special activity, and then you move stuff. You just move your pieces around. You can, instead of just pulling one piece off at a time, you can right click the Taliban, draw multiple cards or pieces, and you can put in 6, hit OK, and then pull that away. Then you actually have 6 pieces right there as well. So you fiddle around with it, and you'll be able to figure it out as well. So that's that, and again, it records everything there. And if you want to type something, you can type something in the dialog box here, and it'll record anything that you have to say. If you need to place any markers, they're right here. You just click on a tear, and then you drag it down there, and you put it onto the thing. So it's just like playing the actual board game online. It's just you actually have to do everything that you normally would do in the regular game. So then once you've taken your move, you've moved your pieces around, you go to the track and make sure you move your marker up and down, and the markers, that should all be self-explanatory. That should be pretty easy. And once you're done, when you're done, you just hit end faction play, and that'll basically, any of those arrows that you've moved, any of those arrows when you hit end faction play will disappear, which is pretty nice. So make sure you hit end faction play, and if you're the last person to do the card, then you also hit end card play as well, and that'll shift the markers here in the sequence of play around a little bit. So when you're actually done and everything is official, you hit file, and you would hit end log file. I haven't actually begun this one, but when you're done, you just hit end log file, you save the file name, and then you send the file basically back to me. So again, when you open up the file that I'm going to send you, The first thing you do is go to that blue arrow, and that's with any Vassal game that you might play. You just got to get the log file ready to go, so that way you can see every move I do. Just hit the blue arrow, start new log file, give it a name, save it, and once you've done everything, and once you're actually done, you hit end log file, and then it's ready to go, and you just send it back to me. That's pretty quick and maybe too fast, but I mean it's really not that hard, and it should be pretty easy. So let me know if you have any questions.